Hi guys, and welcome to a race I did at Hockenheim Grand Prix circuit. I'm driving the McLaren MP4-12C starting at P20, which is at the back of the grid, hardest AI difficulty and maximum rain. I took it very easy into turn 1, hoping not to run wide and make a mistake. That actually paid off. I gained several positions. The aim was to try and get to the front, maybe a podium in 2 laps. That was quite a hefty target, but I thought, why not? Let's give it a try. I had a decent exit on turn 2, and it was around this point I realized I forgot to switch my headlights on. No! I was already up to P12 at this point, just got to P11 and was preparing myself to brake into the hairpin. This is a really tight corner. I was braking as early as possible not to lock up the brakes. Bit of bumping and barging, but that's touring car racing for you. Gained a few more positions, jumped straight up into P7, looking good at this point for the podium. Missed my turn in at this point completely, ran wide, gave up a position. That was a bit frustrating, but I decided to keep going. Nailed this corner quite nicely, got a bit of a drift going. I must say this car is really nice to drive. It's a little bit loose, which means if you like the tail sliding around a bit, then this is the car for you. Had another good exit out of that corner, up to P6. Decided to take it very slow into this corner to try and line up for the hairpin as nice as possible. That seemed to work well. As we enter the stadium section, I realized that I might not get to the podium. And that's when I got passed for this position. I decided to hell with that, got up on his inside, gave him lots of room, I must say, and tried to keep my line and get a good exit on the start-finish straight. That worked. I actually got the position back. In fact, I had such a good exit on the start-finish straight that I actually got into P5. Did my usual braking early into P1, didn't work, got bumped, fell back down to P6 and got ready to brake into the turn 2 hairpin. Missed my braking point a fraction, or maybe the car in front braked early, it's hard to say, but either way I bumped him, he ran wide. I waited a fraction, but it seemed as if he wasn't coming back. I continued with the race, still in P5, lining up for the braking into the hairpin. I actually missed my braking point because the car in front braked a fraction early and I backed off the throttle just to be safe. Bumped him as well. He didn't come back. I left room for him on the outside. Realized I'd got the position and tried to get this corner right this time. Not too shabby. I'm already up in P4. The podium is just in front of me. I need to just keep the car on the track, not make any stupid mistakes. Had a really good exit there. Got alongside P3. Gave him lots of room, held my line. Eventually he backed off or ran out of track, it's hard to say. I braked fairly late into the hairpin, tried to keep a tight line on the inside to prevent anyone passing me on the outside or anywhere else for that matter. Stadium section as usual, got a bit aggressive on the curbs, tried to keep a neat line. I had a good exit, but unfortunately my line was wrong. I got alongside more or less of P2, but then the race was over. I was actually very happy with the race. The car was really fun to drive, lots of sliding, lots of bumping and barging, and overall a very nice race. Thumbs up if you liked this video, and thumbs down if you didn't, and don't forget to subscribe. See you guys on track.